Hi, Derrick. Hope you're doing real good. Learning a guitar is a lot of fun, but if it becomes too complicated, it's because you're making it too complicated. It's really quite simple. And the best way to approach it is understanding what it is that you're actually doing. And to understand it from a mechanical perspective, you need to understand about your fretboard and you can play the scales that you and I discussed in our messaging board. And if you play scales, learn the scale, and I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Will enable you to play anywhere on the guitar neck. Now this is a C scale. And don't expect you to learn that right yet, but I'm just showing you a couple of things that the scale will do for you, allow you to play all up and down the neck. Like I know you're probably familiar with where the C major is. Well, there's a lot of different places to find C major. At the end of the neck, it's there. If you bar chord in the 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There will be a dot there. It's the second dot. That if you bar chord that is your C major, same as this right here. Now there's another C major, and I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. There's another C major on down the neck in the 12th fret, where the double dots are. Get the bottom 3 strings just like you're playing in D major at the end up here. Just like you're playing in D. Come down to the 12th fret, and in the D formation, this is C major. So to give you an idea that the the chords are stretched out all over the fretboard, and the way that you find chords is follow the alphabet. Like this is D major. If you go down, you're in a flat or a sharp, which is the same thing. A D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and then you go back to A sharp, B, C, and when you get 12 frets, if you count down 12 frets, you're back in D again. 12 frets will put you back in D. So here's where we're at. At the beginning up here, you got your D major. And if you count the frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're back in D major again in the 12th fret. Same finger formation. But when you're down here, you just play the bottom strings. You don't play the whole neck. You just play the bottom string. To give you really good understanding, you know that the top string is open, is E. Well, then if you come to the 1st fret, you're in F. Follow the alphabet. Now you're going to skip one. You don't skip one between E and F. But between F and G, you skip a fret. So there's F, G, skip a fret. You start over in the alphabet again. A, B, don't skip a fret to go to C. There's only 2 places, and I'll show you where that's at. B, go to the next fret for C. If you go sharp out of B, you're in C. Skip a fret, you're in D. Skip a fret, you're in E. And then the next fret is F. Well, that's the same. The same is true for notes, for every string, and the same is true for complete chords. Like if you play in D, then skip a fret, you're in E. Skip a fret, you're in F, but go to the next, or actually the next fret is F, then you go skip a fret, you're in G. here's G major, here's a G major, here's a G major, G major, G major. So in learning where all these are will enable you to play up and down the neck at random. Anywhere, just you can follow the song better. And that's staying in the family of chords that creates that song. And that's just simply A minor, D minor, and E minor. And so there's some techniques in playing that you do with your fingers. You're developing a motor skill, getting your fingers to do what you want them to do when you want them to do it. And so you have to work at that. That's the part you have to really work at. Your brain will arrive before your fingers will. You'll know what to do, and then you'll have to work on honing your skills to get your finger to do what you want them to do. So you got a slide. You got a hammer. Then a pull off. Bend. You can bend up, you can bend down, up, so when you practice the scale, get it in your head. Top string open is E, open E, F. Now you skip a fret between every chord except for, now you got to remember this, E and F and B and C. That's the only places you do not skip a fret. You go to the next fret. Like when the top string is E, the next fret is F. There's no skip in there. But when you go from F to G, you skip a fret. F, G, A, B, but now to go to C, you go to the next fret. You don't skip a fret to go from B to C. E and F, B and C. Now you're going to want to watch this video over and over, and to kind of get that in your head. The next string is open and A. So in A, you'll skip a fret to go to B, but the next fret is C, B and C. There's no sharp and flat between B and C. Here's how you can determine between a sharp and a flat. If you're going down the neck, that's sharp. If you're going back up the neck, that's a flat. A sharp and a flat can be the same thing. Like if you're on the top string and that's F, if you go sharp out of F, you're in F sharp. However, this is G. If you go flat out of G, this is G flat. F sharp and G flat are the exact same thing. Going sharp, going flat. That's the same note with two names, F sharp or G flat. So if you're coming down the neck, you're going sharp. You're getting higher. Higher is sharp. So there's G, G sharp, A sharp. You get it? B. But now if you go back this way out of B, you're in A sharp, but it's also called B flat. You go flat out of B, I just went flat. So that's B flat. A flat, or G sharp. And the alphabet goes in a circle. It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, like a clock hand. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. It's going in a circle. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then there are sharps and flats in between. And I'm going to send you a chart that help you understand that. And spend some time studying, knowing where the chords are down the neck. Like now, you probably know how to get your F major chord. This is a complete F major chord, and then you don't get the top string unless you do the bar chord. I normally don't get the top string when I'm in F, but sometimes I do. Okay, so follow the alphabet. F, keep that same finger formation. What comes after F? G, A, B, but now the next fret is C. Skip a fret, D, skip a fret, E. No sharp and flats between E and F, so the next fret from right there is F. E, F, E. And that's the same finger formation that you were in right up here when you're getting F major. And if that's a chord you haven't mastered yet, just go on online, Google it, and your guitar chart, and look at F. Make yourself learn that F major chord. That is an extremely important chord. And to get a little La Bamba type song going, this is C, F, and G. Simple, but there's a lot, many songs are in that arrangement, just different timings and different finger work. This is a C scale, and this chord and this fret right here, if you bar chord it, the fifth fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth fret, third string from the top. Now I'm just stair stepping it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all C major. Bar chord. This is the C major that I'm dropping down into, and then I'm dropping down into finishing up on one note in the last C major. Now this is going to be your first time you watch it. It'll be a little Greek to you, but keep watching this and it'll start making sense to you. Fifth fret, third string from the top. work on that scale until it sounds just like what I'm doing. Sounds like that. Third string from the top in the 5th fret. Then you go to the next fret in the same string. Then drop down a string to the 4th fret string. And that is the 2nd string from the bottom. Third string from the top, 5th fret. Note it one time, then then come down the neck. 1, 2, 3. So that's C major, same as at the end of the neck right there. And then work on your speed, pick it up a little bit. You're really not trying to play a song right here. You're learning some a scale that you can fit into a song. Spend a lot of time on that and learn that scale. Until you keep doing it until it sounds like that right there. Okay, so once you learn it, then that's in your C major. Well, this will be D major. So you can do the same run, just in a D scale. Just move everything down one complete fret, and then you're doing a D scale. Your index finger, ring finger, little finger is doing most of that. Back to the C scale. Keep working at that and watch this video over and over and over, and just keep working on that little scale right there. That's your C major scale, and you're operating out of a bar chord in your 5th fret, and that is your C major chord. And hopefully when Karen and I get to come back up, we're wanting to come back up pretty soon, we'll get together and jam a little bit, and I can show you stuff in real time, and I'm still a student too. I'm still learning, so you always have to have a mindset that you're learning, and keep that frame of mind, just keep learning, and pray about it. Lord, anoint my fingers. Help me to learn to play it. Let the coordination flow, and God will honor that. He has to do something with the prayer of faith. You put a prayer of faith out there, and God has to honor it. His promises are there. Anyway, hope that helps a little bit, and let me know if it does, and if it does, I'll do another little video. We'll do something a little different. I'll show you a little bit more, and this is kind of advanced for most people. This is not what most people learn at the beginning in playing a guitar, so this will put you ahead of the game if you'll learn that scale. Anyway, nice talking with you, and I hope you have a real good day. I'll talk to you later.